Libra, welcome to your 5 card movie star spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Ooh, speaking of placement of each card, Knight of Cups fell right out of the deck. Knight of Cups in the inverse, specifically. That's interesting. All right, we'll start at the beginning. So Knight of Cups in the inverse. This is you holding back, which is interesting because your outcome is also about holding back. Okay. So this is you not wanting to extend an offer of your time or energy to another person. Okay. The antagonist portion that stands in the way is the Queen of Swords in the inverse. Now, the Queen of Swords in the inverse is a very how do I put this? A very blunt person. And this person is blunt because they just don't care about the person that they don't care how the other person feels in the situation. So when I see these two together, it feels very much to me like you are on the defense. You are reacting to something that really hurts. Okay. And in the process of being defensive, you're also being reflective. So it's not only like, gee, this hurts, I need to put some distance between me and this person or me and this group of people, depending on how it goes. There's also I have to sit back and reflect on how I got here in the first place. What actions did I take to put me here? And how do I make sure I don't do this again? Interestingly enough, it's being defensive and putting distance between you and this other person or group of people. And it's the process of reflecting on the situation, which is helping you process your emotions. And again, learn the lesson of how did I get here in the first place and how do I make sure that doesn't happen? So your journey is, I want to say, your journey is a way of utilizing your resources better to really stand on your own 2 feet. So this is the pentacles can represent health or wealth. So if this is a very emotional situation, you have a better understanding. You have an emotional intelligence now that you didn't have the last time you came across this kind of pain. So you're really in the process of learning how to process these negative emotions and how to put them through another framework. Instead of saying, why did this happen to me? You're saying, why did this happen for me? And that's making you feel better. Starting to really understand that about yourself. But in the possible journey, or not in the possible journey, in the possible outcome, you also have a card of holding back. Okay? So what happened was you extended your resources, be it emotion or actual wealth. This could be about actual money. You could have lost some money or somebody has taken money from you. But it feels very emotional to me. It feels like the resources are more emotional resources. So you gave those up too quickly, got hurt, got defensive, reflected on the situation, started to understand who, what, where, how, when, and why. Geez, I can't talk today. And now you're starting to feel better about managing those resources. Here is also about holding back. But you notice the color of the card has changed to like a yellow. This isn't about holding back completely. This isn't about this particular energy making you hardened or not want to open up to anybody. This is you actually holding back your resources until the right time or the right person. This is you holding back in order to complete this journey. of healing and better understanding how you got there in the first place. Yep, resilience, the truth hurts, and getting out of your head. Yeah, the strength card is all about resilience. It's not about overpowering the lion. It's about working with the lion to harness its power. The Ace of Swords, whenever I get the swords in the inverse, they kind of have a negative effect, which is why, like, when I look at this one, it's actually pointing right at my heart. So this is about truth, and the truth coming out was very, very painful for you. It was hard for you to accept that this person or this group didn't have your best interests at heart, that this person or this group really, really hurt you. And you were stuck in your head about it for a while trying to make excuses, but you stopped making those excuses. You owned up to that very hard truth. And now you're taking the steps now you're taking the steps in order to turn the situation around. I'm having a little bit difficulty talking. Anyway, I hope this made sense for you, Libra, and it will take time. But I think you're headed in the right direction by trying to process this through a better framework to understand why did this happen for me and not to me, and to learn the lessons on how not to make this mistake with the next person or group that comes along. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next week.